Hey, good morning. How are you?
Good. What's going on?
Another day. It looks like it's kind of gloomy out there behind you.
Yeah, got the haze rolling in off the water, I guess. I'm not sure, but it's warm, so that's a good start.
How about your mental capacity? Is that hazy as well?
Yeah, pretty much. I don't do the early mornings. I'm a late nighter. I'm a 1:30 a.m. guy, and the 8 a.m., 7 a.m. stuff, I'm usually cloudy. But sitting here looking at my NCAA bracket, that's not making it any better.
I hear you. I hear you. Yeah, I know. Well, UConn's out, so I'm like, whatever. It's all good. Go Gonzaga.
No, I still love watching it. It's just that the upsets are what make it. So that's the madness. But either way, I still love watching.
Yeah, absolutely.
What's on your mind here today?
I feel like we're in this market that's ripe for change, and it is changing. It's changing all the time. I mean, I think the pandemic had a lot to do with it. It just makes people second guess the way business is being done. And that probably started with people being in offices, wearing face masks and trying to utilize Zoom like we're doing right now and just try to make it all work. And and I feel like what people in the past, people don't like change. They get set in their ways, but right now they're almost set up to be primed for change. And now it makes me wonder what those changes are going to be. I think people are questioning everything right now, starting with real estate and where the value is. Is it where's the value in a market right now where you post put anything online that is priced somewhat in the range or the ballpark of what we perceive to be the strike zone? It's gone. Where's the value? What is the value of a realtor right now? I'm saying that I feel like I know the consumer's asking this question right now.
Yeah, what exactly does a real estate agent do? And a lot of it points to marketing. So that's not enough either. What exactly is marketing? What is the plan that makes marketing valuable? I mean, we can talk about numbers and values and strike zones and all that stuff, but what the consumer sees and what I'm hearing more and more of is numbers, glitz, glamour, all that. That's what sells. I mean, this is social media has kind of taken over society where we look for bright shiny objects. That's what turns us on. We're easily satisfied. And what does that mean for people long term when they're making a purchase? Nobody knows. And I had somebody yesterday ask me a potential listing saying, how long will it take to sell my house? And I felt like saying anywhere between 2 and 300 days. It depends on the property. We don't know this. So I said to her, I said, if I even attempted to answer that question right away, I'd expect you to fire me. You know what I mean? Like, how do we know? We don't know.
Well, it's a different, I think it's a different market that we're in right now. Some agents have never been through an entire real estate cycle. So they believe that, hey, this game is it's transactional. Get as many properties listed as you can and let the deals fall and the cash flow. And I'm not, I think there's a huge wake up call coming because the National Association of Realtors in the past, they have done, I've got an article right here that I thought was pretty interesting. It was titled "What Do Real Estate Agents Really Do Anymore?" And it was actually a really good article by a gentleman by the name of Robert Farrington. And he's a money expert, or claims to be a money expert. He may be. But they basically say, according to the National Association of Realtors, a buyer should, and the first thing is provide you with information detailing current market conditions. And that one it's tough because I think technology and agents and the consumers believe that with technology has come this level of transparency in the marketplace that they haven't had before. So why does an agent need to provide it when the customer can go to Zillow, Realtor.com, or any of these other sites? And what I don't think they understand is that this perspective from these major sites is from a 30,000 foot level looking down. And as you and I know, real estate is location, location, location. And unless you really dive in and take apart these subdivisions, these neighborhoods, these waterfront communities, you really don't get a good picture of what's happening. And there's a lot of work involved. And I think that's what you gravitate to and what you have gravitated to with our group since day one is that level of of knowledge and, data that you can't find in the marketplace.
Yeah, but right now the market's going, who cares? Nobody cares about
Right.
your value. Nobody gives a shit. Just sell the damn house and move along. No.
So to your point, it's marketing. That's the only thing that counts.
Mhm.
But we're in a different part of a real estate cycle. Let me ask you this: where do you think we are as far as the real estate cycle goes? Are we at the latter stages of the cycle? Are we in the middle? Are we at the beginning?
Well, you got to look at the metrics that influence it. In this case, there's no supply, so that's driving the prices higher and higher. So yeah, are we at the higher end of the cycle? Yeah, but I still think in many towns we're still below the peak that we saw in '08. So you can say there's no inventory, prices are way too high, it's crazy, but yet somehow we're still below 2008. It's a different type of crisis we're looking at, and some people don't even call it a crisis. They're just going to go, the market's hot, it ebbs and flows. That's the way it is. So just take it and capitalize on it.
I hear, but then you go back to 2008, and I still come back to what's the median household income in a community, because ultimately it's what are the incomes like in a community, and those should be driving the values of real estate. And if incomes are not going up, yet real estate values are, then it's being manipulated by something, whether it's low interest rates, banks loosening up ratios. It's supply and demand. It's being influenced, and it's becoming top heavy. So,
Yeah, but ultimately, what's it being influenced by? It's emotion. That's what people thrive on. That's what they're drawn to. They don't even realize it, but it's emotion. That's what it is. So a lot of the top agents out there, depending on how you define top agent, they capitalize on that. They move forward, and why wouldn't they? This is the way that the industry is designed to buy properties, to sell properties, to represent clients, to make money, and to give people the house of their dreams and all the shit we hear in the marketing. But that's the truth.
yeah, again, it's kind of like, I think my boys and I had a good illustration of the emotion and how it drives the market. And again, remember, if somebody is qualified to purchase a property for 200,000, yet you tell them that no, you can buy a house for 300,000. It is, what you're doing is you're increasing their purchasing power. And yeah, they may be able to buy that home, and they're getting extremely frustrated because they're missing out on offers right now. But even if they do succeed and get that property, they may not have any discretionary or very little discretionary income left over. And when this market shifts, changes, and adjusts, or they lose a job or something, then there is a price to pay. So I feel that the agents not only have this responsibility out there to educate their clients and help them get a mortgage, help them actually, that's a whole different topic. Let's not go there till next time. But I think that the agents have more of a responsibility in educating their client about the market than they can get anywhere online at this time. Problem is, I don't think anybody is actually taking the time to go and do it.
No, I get it. And, so the takeaway here is you look at it and you say, value, people don't seem to care. Remy, what's going on, buddy? People don't seem to care. And yeah, I don't know. It's almost like you talked about change earlier. The problem with change is no one just wakes up one morning and says, you know what, today's a good day to change. I'm just going to change because I just feel it's the right thing to do. We change when we're forced to. It's just human nature. That's how we do it.
Yeah, but what forces change? Usually what helps to force change?
Correction. You know what I mean? The coming to the reality of, oh shit, I have this is what's happening to me now. When you can look at it and look ahead and say, how do I address my situation moving forward?
Yeah. How about pain, right? Don't we usually react to, something hits you over the head, you get into a car accident, you lose your house, you get divorced, whatever it is, you have this change that takes place, and or it forces change, something that forces change.
Yeah, no, that's what it is. So hopefully it's not too extreme, but it looks like that's the direction we're headed. In the meantime, what do you do when you're a value guy dealing with emotion?
Yeah, it's for me, it's difficult. I actually gravitate towards the commercial side of things, where we can back everything up with numbers. I gravitate towards the really high-end properties. I gravitate towards scientists. I gravitate towards people who are accepting of data,
Yeah.
education. And it's hard to find those right now because people are trumping shelter, lifestyle, and wealth building with everything else.
Yeah. Well, there it is. I mean, I think that sums it up. A lot of it is an emotional message that's out there in the market, and that's what people gravitate to. So I don't know. The best thing we can do is put the message out there for value now ahead of time, so that when the shit does hit the fan, we can go, we can help. We can at least help. We can help correct. We can't prevent because you've already gotten 2 or 3 steps into a deal, but we can help you exit it if you need to.
Right. Let's. I like this one. Let's pretty random, but let's keep going down. Let's work with this article that's been thrown out there and maybe go through the punch list. We just did one today. I like where it goes, and I think hopefully we're educating people.
Yeah, got it. Let's just till next time. Let's keep it going.
Thanks. Appreciate it.